Hello, good morning. It is Morning Coffee with Steve, episode 193 for Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. That's right. It is officially October of 2024. Man, this year has really gone by fast. Damn. I mean, it feels like that only just like maybe a month or two ago we kind of started this Morning Coffee with Steve, and that's what it is. By the way, if you're wondering what this is, you're watching this on YouTube, this has been a morning podcast I've been doing for this entire year on my Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/Steve Saylor, you can be able to get the podcast there. I'm starting up something a little bit different where I'm putting the video version of it on YouTube for everyone, available for everyone, and then the audio version exclusively to Patreon. So if you want to be able to help support me, it would really mean a lot. Go subscribe there, but also subscribe to this channel because I would really appreciate it as well. And oh yeah, by the way, this is, oh shoot, I forgot my whole entire intro. I'm Steve Saylor. This is your daily Patreon show or daily show of gaming news, accessibility news, or updates about my life. I have my iced coffee in my PlayStation mug today. I love me an iced coffee. I love coffee in general, but iced coffee is kind of like more my speed. It's kind of more like I like it a little bit more better. I don't know why. I don't mind hot coffee. I can drink it occasionally. It's fine. But there are times I'm just like, not, like even in the winter, just cold brew it up for me. That's all I care about. I love it. A little bit of housekeeping is that I will be recording the Thursday and Friday episodes of Morning Coffee with Steve, probably in the evenings before, because this Thursday and Friday, I'm actually going to be hosting the A11YTO conference that's happening this week. For those who don't know, in Toronto, there is an accessibility conference called A11YTO. If you're wondering what A11Y is, technically that's the short form of accessibility because there's 11 letters in the word accessibility, and that's why it's A11YTO, and TO is for Toronto. So I don't think I needed to explain that. I think you probably would have figured that out on your own, but it was just in case. So I'll be recording those in the evenings, which for those on YouTube who may not know, essentially, if I can't do a morning coffee with Steve, I do an evening tea with Steve. So expect those for Thursday and for Friday's episodes, because I got to be at the location to host basically by like 8 a.m. And by that point, that's normally when I do record these episodes. So in the morning, so I wouldn't have enough time to be able to do that. So just as a heads up. No other housekeeping. There's no other videos coming out this week other than stay tuned for Dungeons and Disabled. I will be doing an announcement soon about the upcoming next adventure or next sort of foray. It's basically the secret TwitchCon project that I've been working on. That's basically what it is. That's the teaser for you. All right, but let us jump into the news. And I forgot to be able to get this set up. Oh no. No, let's not do that. There we go. And bring this up now. Perfect. Here we go. So let's jump into the news for today. The first story is coming from VGC by Jordan Miller. Hans Zimmer releases his Dragon Age the Veilguard theme. Did anyone know that he was going to be making a Dragon Age theme? Because I didn't. The Oscar-winning composer who has composed for films such as Gladiator, The Dark Knight, and more has composed the game's main theme, which can be heard in the video below. I'm going to be playing for a little bit of it. Music composed by Zimmer has previously appeared in Crysis 2, Arena of Valor, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Zimmer's co-composer, Lorne Balfe, who also composed this track, has previously composed music for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Beyond Two Souls, all of which received nominations for Best Original Music from the BAFTA Game Awards. The Dragon Age: The Veilguard release date is October 31st, 2024 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. I want to hear this dang thing. So I'm gonna pause my music and let's hear like a little snippet of this. Okay, already starting off strong. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of suspenseful. Okay. I'm liking it so far. I'm just waiting for it to kick the main melody to kick in. Oh, it's kind of building up. Let's see. It's taking a while to build up. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just waiting for that Hans Zimmer sort of like blah, that he Here it is. Here it comes. Has it been a dark night to it? It kind of does have a bit of dark night to it, actually, to be honest. Okay. It's got a bit of epicness to it, for sure. I like it. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing, Hans Zimmer, and I don't mind it. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I won't read the rest of the article. Basically, they're just saying about like it looks like the Dragon Age Veilguard might be like sort of BioWare back at its best. Which honestly, here's the thing. I've talked about this before. BioWare needs a win desperately, and I want to see them win. I want to see them back on top the way they used to be. It's been a long while, and I think that they deserve a win. And the fact that they're getting Hans Zimmer involved in their soundtrack for a theme, they must have a lot of confidence in this one, and I think it might be warranted. So hell yeah, can't wait for that. This all jumping into the next article. The next article is coming from VGC as well, by Chris Scullion. The Lego NES, Atari 2600, and Sonic Green Hill Zone are retiring soon. Once stocks run out, expect prices to increase via resellers. According to Lego's online store, the Lego Nintendo Entertainment System, Lego Atari 2600, and Lego Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill Zone are now marked as retiring soon. This usually means that while Lego hasn't set a specific date for their removal, once stock is gone, Lego will no longer make any more of that particular set. As such, once Lego runs out of stock on the above three sets, and once other retailers also run out of their stock, the only way to get them in the future will be through the resale market, eBay, etc., where prices for retired sets are usually much higher. Lego NES was released in August 2020 and cost $229 or 209.99 euros. Is it pounds? I can't tell if it's pounds or euros. I think it's pounds. The set includes a brick-built NES model and accompanying 1980s style television set, complete with scrolling Super Mario Brothers game. I'm not going to read the rest because that's the one I wanted. For those who know, I love Lego. I have I could even I could show a little bit of it. It's kind of hard for the background, but I have several Lego sets. I have BD1 from Jedi Fallen Order. I have the Lego Batmobile from 1989, the Lego Batmobile there. I also have the 1966 Batmobile there. Not the newest one, but the older one. It's kind of the smaller one. I have the Apollo 11 lunar lander right there. I also, I think it's the only ones I have in this room. But in my living room, I have the Disney 100 anniversary camera, film camera that set that they came out with. I have that, and then I also have that it's in progress, is the Batman Returns Batcave. It's the one that folds out, and I got that for Christmas last year. And the one that I've always wanted to get has been the Nintendo NES system. And it looks like I may just have to try to be able to get it now before it retires, because I do not want to buy it resale when it's going to get more expensive. It's been the one that I've wanted for quite a bit, but just never had enough sort of expendable cash in order to be able to buy it. But I might have to sort of convince either family members to be like early birthday present or early Christmas present, because if it's going to be retiring soon, I may either have to find some cash somewhere or just buy it, or get find a way to be able to get it, because I want it and I need it. I mean, here, hold on. Like, look at this thing. It just looks so dang cool. It looks just like the original Nintendo, just in Lego. And the fact that you can also, the TV can scroll for like a Super Mario thing. That's a cool set. I am sad to see it go, but I'm like, I kind of want it still. Like, I need to look into getting this, because, damn, you get a cartridge too, and a controller. Like, that's just so dang cool. Anyway, also, if you're a fan of Atari 2600 as well, that's the set that comes with. That is going. That went up in August 2022. That's also on sale for, or basically the retail price for $229. And then Lego Sonic Green Hill Zone was released in January 2022 and cost $80. That set was created as part of Lego Ideas, which means a fan created it first, then Lego decided to get the Sonic license and release it as an official product. So, and it looks like they don't have any picture of it on this article. That's fine. So it looks like it's just the NES and the Atari. So if you basically are interested in any of these video game related Lego sets, go pick it up, because otherwise it's going to go away. Anywho, next story. This is from Tom Ivan at VGC. You'll find that if you're watching this on YouTube and you've seen this is the first time you've seen this. I like VGC a lot because they're from the UK, so they get a lot of news first ish. Because they've been like, it's almost like it's mid-afternoon now for them, so that's why I usually like going to there first. Horizon Online game is reportedly Guerilla's next major project. That's according to Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier, who discussed the Sony Studios' plans for its flagship series during a recent Spawnwave podcast. Horizon Online is their next project, not whatever the third single-player game looks like, he said. So that one might be a ways off. A lot of people are working on that, Schreier added, of the live service Horizon game. Guerilla announced in December 2022 that it was working on an online game set in the Horizon universe, featuring a new cast of characters and a unique stylized look. Little has been heard of the title since, and Sony hasn't confirmed a launch window for the game. The PlayStation firm has experienced significant teething problems with its push into the live service game market, including canceling a Last of Us multiplayer game and pulling Concord from sale after just 2 weeks. When it announced the Horizon multiplayer game, Guerilla also confirmed plans to continue making epic solo adventures featuring series protagonist Aloy, who starred in 2017's Horizon Zero Dawn and 2022's Horizon Forbidden West. Also, like, they do show a picture here, but Lego Horizon Adventures, which is going to be a truncated adapted version of, or Lego adapted version of Horizon Zero Dawn. So if you never could get into the first game, and it was a little bit too big or whichever, the Lego Horizon Adventures might be the way for you, because I played it at Summer Game Fest this year, and it was great. Honestly, it was it's a fun game. It definitely it sort of kind of subverts expectations of what you would expect from this, because it's the same cast, but they're a little bit more heightened. They're a little bit more, not necessarily family friendly, because I mean it is a family friendly game, but essentially they kind of add that Lego humor into it. And I mean, here's the thing: Ashley Birch was kind of sunk her teeth initially in doing comedy. Before she kind of got the role of Aloy to begin with. So the fact that, because she did Tiny Tina before, if you didn't know, so if it, like, this is kind of like going into her roots, but it's so interesting hearing the same voice actors doing a sort of a Lego version. Now I do remember them. Or do you remember asking the Sony or the Guerilla folks when I played it at Summer Game Fest? What they were going to do with Lance Reddick, because he's in the first game, and unfortunately he passed away. And they did say that they did recast him as with someone else. They didn't confirm whether or not it was Keith David who basically had replaced Lance Reddick in Destiny 2, but they didn't say who specifically would replace him. But I'd be very curious to kind of see what that is. Actually, that's a game I'm looking forward to be honest. I'm like really legit looking forward to that one because I enjoyed what I played. I know people are probably just don't care about it, but I'm like, I liked it. It was fun. So definitely I'm looking forward to that. Now, hearing about the Guerilla basically still working on a live, basically kind of like almost like an MMO set within the Horizon universe, I'm kind of half and half on it. I want to play it because I really do want to be able to see what that world entails, what kind of story they want to tell with it, whether or not it's you create your own character or you're basically playing kind of like it's like a basic Dragon Age Veilguard where you're playing a version of like basically a character of Rook. You just basically customize it, but it's still a story set around that kind of a character. Or essentially like what that online version is. I can definitely see it as definitely a multiplayer for sure. Whether it's going to be a full-on MMO, I don't know. And they haven't, again, PlayStation hasn't really talked about it that much at all. So this is the first time we've heard about anything that's what they're currently working on. So I do feel bad again like for Guerilla that they always seem to release updates or new things for Horizon always around the same time as like one of its big like gaming's biggest releases. So for example, the first Horizon Zero Dawn came out when Breath of the Wild came out. So it was one big open world for another big open world, and a very fantastical looking open world for both. I think Horizon Forbidden West, when did that come out? It was something that there was like another big there was another I can't remember what was specific that, but anyway, this year Dragon Age is what's coming out basically at the same time or at the same date that the Horizon Zero Dawn remastered is coming out for PC and PS5. So it's just like they can never seem to catch a break against open world games. And I know it just seems that that PlayStation is trying to force Horizon down down our throats essentially with just the amount of like what they're trying to be able to do with like they're trying to be able to push Horizon and basically make Horizon happen, make fetch happen. And it may or may not work. I don't know. I've always enjoyed the Horizon series. I think it's a really great like world, and I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this world. I don't know whether the future this multiplayer game would be it, or whether it's a solo adventures, or even does this Lego Horizons game. I don't know. But I like seeing them like try, and I like seeing that PlayStation is committing to it, and and also it is a bit of Herman Hulst's sort of like personal kind of project because it was his team that made it. He did originally come from Guerilla. Now he's in charge of PlayStation. So, and he's always been kind of an executive within PlayStation. So since he left Guerilla, so I guess this is sort of like a little bit of a soft spot of him. He wants to be able to continue that franchise going. But I don't know. What are your thoughts? I would love to be able to hear your thoughts on Horizon. Do you play it? Have you played it? Do you like it? Are you interested in Lego Horizon Adventures? Or are you just interested in this multiplayer game that is currently that is being teased, or at least teased from Jason Schreier? But we'll see. Let me know in the comments below. That's kind of all I really got today for news. It's kind of a bit like a quiet morning, so it was quiet also yesterday as well. So there really wasn't much to talk about totally. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to keep this episode relatively short today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And once again, if you want to be able to continue to support me on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/Steve Saylor, where you can get this as an audio podcast sent to your feed instead of just a YouTube video. And if you're listening to this on Patreon, thank you so much for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. All right, take care. Have yourself a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hold on. There we go. And now I can end the video.